Hello and welcome to Maisha Special Report. My name is Mesh Msimbi. Alright, kicking us off is a story where they are our children. That is now seemingly the tagline in what is emerging as a game-changing tune and toning down among leaders of the Kenya Kwanza administration as the tax revolt intensifies. In a sudden bout, National Assembly Majority Leader Kimani Ichungwah, Presidential Economic Advisor David Ndii, and Senate Majority Leader Cheruiyot are all adopting a conciliatory tone towards the youthful protests, calling them our children that should be listened to. The change of tune is, however, drawing mixed reactions online. Have a look at that story. Few days ago, these were the sentiments of the Kenya Kwanza leaders across the country following the demonstrations.
Wale wengi unaona wakiandamana Nairobi wameshika simu ya iPhone, wanajiita Gen Z, wanafika kwa maandamano na Uber, wanatoka maandamano wanaingia KFC kukula kuku na minofu. Hawajui kukosa stima ni kitu gani.
Niliona jana watu wengi sana wakifanya maandamano, watoto wetu. Lakini ni hiyo rika hiyo ya 18, 20, walifanya maandamano kweli. Lakini nataka niwaombe nyinyi kama wazazi. Unajua finance bill watu wengi waelewi.
And on Sunday, a drastic change of tune.
Hawa watoto wetu wa Gen Z wamekuwa mfano bora kwetu kama wa Kenya na hata sisi viongozi. Wametuonyesha ya kuwa tunaweza kuungana kwa mambo yanayohusia maisha yetu bila ya kugawanya kwa misingi ya ukabila. Na
hawa vijana kwanza sio wa kabila. Wako kwa generation mzuri sana. Hawa vijana hawajui wewe ni kutoka kona gani. Hawa wanajitetea na mambo yao. Na mimi nataka niwahakikishie, na hata niliongea na rais nikamwambia hawa vijana lazima uwasikize.
The leader of majority in the National Assembly and his Senate counterpart appeared to be reading from the same script when they claimed the demonstrators were peaceful, organized and deserved to be listened to.
We are very happy that the young generation, Generation Z, Gen Z as we call them, are now very conscious of the affairs of their state and their country, and they are taking charge. And I want to congratulate them and thank them for taking charge. I thank them because they have transcended our ethnic boundaries and are coming together around issues that touch on their lives. They are calling for accountability also for sisi public servants. Kwa vile tunatumia pesa za mali ya umma. Hapo lazima tujikaze. Na ni kweli vile wanatukosoa wanasema hatutaki kusikia hii, hatutaki kuona hii. Mtu akiiba ashikwe afungwe mara moja.
The Kenya Kwanza leaders say they have now find it imperative to listen to the youth and never ignore them, sentiments that have been echoed by Kapseret Member of Parliament Oscar Sudi, who had also earlier dismissed the demonstrators.
Na hata niliongea na rais nikamwambia hawa vijana lazima uwasikize. Tukienda kupanga finance bill ya next year, hata before hapo lazima tukae na wao, watuambie changamoto yao ni gani, wanataka ikae namna gani, tutapekua mpaka tukubaliana na wao.
On the social media platform called X, the president's economic advisor, who in the recent past ridiculed the young generation for its movement, has also softened his stance. He said our children are demanding accountability in a democratic dispensation. We are with them 100%. They don't want politics of kingpins and tribes, he further added, end of quote. But just days before, Ndii had labeled the demonstrators as school kids who are clueless and that they are children of blunderers who make the country bankrupt. These fresh sentiments by leaders in government have, however, asked the young generation further, with many of them using their social media accounts to call out leaders for displaying outright hypocrisy and dishonesty to the young Kenyans, are questioning why Kenya Kwanza leaders have suddenly changed tune. Some of the young Kenyans who took to X to respond to the Kenya Kwanza leaders say they are appalled by the change of tact by leaders who appear to have read a script that was aimed at derailing their planned nationwide demonstrations on Tuesday. Others have also questioned why the influencers and mobilizers of the demonstrations were being targeted and picked up by the police officers and whisked to unknown locations. Yet government leaders were now commending the youth for being peaceful and steadfast in demanding for accountability.
We are looking for Dr. Austin Omondi. Dr. Austin Omondi is the person who started Medics for Kenyans, an initiative that was helping people who are injured during the demonstrations on Thursday.
That if they're abducting Dr. Austin Omondi, it means that the government is out to kill its own people. They're going to ensure that the police shoot you or they injure you and you can't be helped.
And I want to say to all of you youth looking and seeing what is happening, I know many of you are scared, many of you are hiding, but I want to assure you that they will not be able to kill us all. That as the Law Society of Kenya, we are standing with you, we are walking with you, and I can commit to you that I will be with you. So do not be afraid, take courage.
It is an unfortunate time that we are being targeted and being given threatening phone calls by a government that's threatening peaceful people. All the threats that you meet on us mean nothing. We are not afraid to lose our lives.
I want to confirm that we've been able to rescue Billy safe and sound. And I hope you can confirm that this is the Billy. I know we got a notification earlier, and so as LSK we are thought that Billy had been freed. But when we sent someone to the station, we found that Billy was not there and he had not been booked. And so the moment we got a tip-off, we ran immediately to try and find Billy. So Billy,
I'm safe. Thanks to everyone. Thanks to LSK for coming in to the rescue. I'm fine, guys.
thank God.
Thank God.
But despite their seemingly cordial approval of Gen Z's ability to demand accountability from the government, the Kenya Kwanza leaders have not changed stance on the Finance Bill 2024. They remain adamant demonstrations can continue, but they will carry out their mandate, which is to pass the Finance Bill and enact it into law.
Tuesday, mumesema huyu Mutai mumempea ruhusa apige? Yes. Ati Mutai apige? Yes. Na mimi kama kiongozi wake huko bunge niongoze wengine zaidi ya 204 wafike 235 wapige wapi? Yes.
The 204 members of parliament who voted in support of the finance bill, they may not be celebrated now, they will be vilified, they will be abused, but in years to come, when this country will look back and say this was the point that we said no to the slavery of debt and yes to self-sustainability and living within our means, those 204 members will be celebrated as heroes at that particular time.
For Maisha Prime, Maisha Television, I'm Mesh Msimbi.